driven from the top.
We desperately need data.
One sustainability myth that you'd love to debunk.
It doesn't cost more to be sustainable.
Add a dash of spontaneity.
I think my wife would say I'm hardworking and also hard work.
Create a more positive impact.
Be gender or racial diversity. I don't think that doing well and doing good are mutually exclusive.
Recycle, reuse, reduce.
So reduce, reduce, reduce.
So John, this is an interesting one. Organizations sometimes are caught in the pincer squeeze of regulations in their pursuit of doing good and doing things well. How has Zurich Insurance deftly balanced these seemingly contradictory aspects?
Yeah, I guess it's probably the last point that we would challenge. I don't think that doing well and doing good are mutually exclusive. I think we are trying to make sure we can find paths where those things are actually complementary. So there's a lot of regulatory activity, be it from financial services regulation or governmental legislation that's impacting this area, and that's causing us some challenge, no question. But actually understanding the intent behind those desires from regulators and from legislators is important, making sure that we, to some extent, place ourselves in their shoes. What are they trying to achieve? And try and act before we're asked to or challenged to is really the way that we go about it. So, the first bit would be they're not mutually exclusive. We can do both. We aim to do both, and we believe we will do both. And then secondly, making sure that we've really understood the intent so that our response is not taking us in the wrong direction or impacted in any way.
That's fantastic. The dawn of a new year always marks new beginnings and new excitement in the pursuit of all our goals. So what are your plans to further scale up your sustainability drive and create a more positive impact?
Yeah, as you noted at the start, I've not been in the role that long. The role's not existed that long. So it's an interesting challenge to work out what the immediate priorities are and then what the medium and long-term priorities are. I think, for us as an organization, we are well on the path to our own net zero journey. That's actually not that hard for us. We're not a heavy manufacturer. We're not an oil and gas company. So it's important that we are seen to be making those strides and making those strides rapidly and decarbonizing our operation, and we're well on the way to doing that. Our target is to fully achieve that by 2030. And there will be some last mile hard things and challenges, but nevertheless we're confident and we believe it's important that we meet that objective head on and meet it head on rapidly. The harder bit for us and the really challenging piece for us is to work with our customers, those that we invest in, and indeed those that we support with underwriting, to help them navigate the changes in their business. And that's why creating capabilities like Zurich Resilient Solutions, that advisory capacity to lend our experience to customers, to help them benefit from that experience, is going to be really important. That's why the data that we talked about a couple of minutes ago is really important, because we can understand what's happening inside the industries that we're supporting. The reality is that we enable far, far more carbon than we emit. Yeah. That's the nature of our business. We support the businesses of many, many other organizations, and we have to support them. We have to challenge them to switch their agendas to a far, far greener one, in timescales that are going to support the global ambition here. So, part of it is about us, and a big part of it is going to be about what we do to impact the organizations that we support.